Welcome to Anything Loud Podcast. I'm Aakash, this is Ivan.
Yes, sir.
So we are back with another solo app. The last one was on Spotify, but so go and check that out if you haven't. But this one is, hopefully our last solo app for a while. We will hope to get some guests on. So let us know if you're interested.
Yes,
But today we'll be talking about like human relationships. So last time we talked about human psychology, and today we are going to talk about society, relationships, and stuff as a whole. So maybe as a quick icebreaker question, if your friendships were a TV show, what genre would it be?
What about your answer?
I think mine would be a sitcom, especially the friend group, four of us. Me, Aditya, you, and Corey. I think we give like a lot of sitcom energy,
I think mine would be a thriller then.
Ooh.
I think I like to live my life it not like super like
on the edge.
on the edge, but it's just I just see life as more like fun and just like take it just like you only live once.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You only live once. That's like
What about Aditya?
I agree with the sitcom.
okay. That's good.
So our first section will be friendship goals. So basically friendship in 2025.
Yeah.
Aditya, do you mind So the first question is, what do you consider a friend? So and how many would you say you have right now? This is a very interesting question for me personally, because I came across one clip of a content creator saying what he considers a friend, and it's mini mental basically. And he said anyone who you would meet up with for a second time he considers a friend.
No.
Do you agree?
No.
Really?
Second time, like you just meet the person.
Like I think you meet someone, and then if you're willing to hang out with them again, he counts them as a friend. Like hang out with them multiple times.
Second time, I think it's still like a very acquaintance, very surface level.
Basically, you're saying he doesn't have to text someone every day for them to be considered as a friend. Would you agree?
Texting, I don't think it's like a super big thing as well. But I just think that if you're just basing it off, if you don't mind meeting for the second time, and then that is considered as a friend, I think that's not for me though.
I think for me it's a friend I would consider someone who I can share stuff with. So if I don't really trust the person enough to share personal stuff, I probably would not consider them a friend. So considering that, I would say I have around 15 friends, people who I trust. 15. I think 15 is a good amount.
I think for me, I mean it's just you guys, my primary school friends and my secondary school friends. So probably around 15 if you're averaging just 5.5.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't have a lot of close friends, but these are like my super close friends.
Yeah.
So if you're watching this and you know me, maybe we are just not as close. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I just think that I think friendship is something very I think now everyone see everyone as friends, and it's not as deep and more personal as it used to be.
Yeah. The 15 friends I also mentioned, like you said, are not exclusive. Oh, the rest of you are not my friends. It's more like these are people who I trust more, I guess.
Yeah.
So they're more of the closer friends.
Yeah.
What about you, Aditya?
I think for me it's very simple. A simple definition. Anyone who I enjoy spending time with is a friend.
Then okay, if like that, then if let's say you have a classmate and you enjoy spending time with them, but you don't really talk that much, do you still consider them a friend?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So then your friends would be much more than ours. For me, okay, maybe 15 was a considered number. Even if let's by your definition, I would say maximum friends I have is 50.
50.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
I think you can't really go that much higher.
Yeah. So if you're using your definition, then how much friends do you think you have? His definition, anyone who we hang out with.
What is your definition? Everyone that you hang out with.
You enjoy spending time with.
Yeah.
You have how many? Sorry.
Maybe 50 to 60.
Okay, that's quite high. Who I enjoy spending time with. Let's put it at 25, half of that. I think that is
So you still have a quite conservative number.
Yeah. But okay, I think I would say what I consider a friend at first, without going into very personal and deep friendship conversations. I think the very important thing is that we have our energy has to match. But that's how me and you we started talking together first, right? like I met you on the first day, and then oh, we kind of clicked like that, and then me and Aditya, me and Corey, and then it all.
So you and Aditya click.
I think now the energy it matches now, but now yeah, I don't really.
I was telling Ivan
vibe with
earlier.
this guy anymore.
Oh,
I was telling Ivan earlier. In our friendship group, I feel like he and Aditya are like the unlikely duo. I've never really seen interactions between them. But apparently, it's been popping off lately.
Yeah, you've not been in school today, and then
Yeah,
just
Aakash
like
is selection.
chilling.
Oh! Today
You
is
just
my
chill.
off day. Chill. So
Okay, wait, but what do you consider a friend at first? Like someone that you see yourself being friends with.
I would say humor is an important part. You have to like,
humor.
at least if we don't share the exact same humor, you have to at least find me funny a bit and I find you funny a bit. Even if our humors are different. And you have to be a nice person. Like I can't really take like those over the top, too loud, like kind of people. If you're doing too much, I'm not your friend, bro. That's all I'm saying. And yeah, of course, values.
Okay.
I would say shared values is an important thing. But I can of course, if we are like really good friends and let's say you and me share like completely different values, I can overlook it as long as you don't put me down for not sharing the same values. You know what I mean?
So does political standpoints matter to you?
No, it doesn't. Because even you, I know the reason you're laughing is because you and me have like very different views.
No, not super different. I think.
Okay,
Well,
we agree on most stuff, but we do have polarizing opinions.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I do have other friends also who are like completely opposite to me in terms of political views. And while we don't I don't really discuss political stuff with my friends, but when I do, even if they disagree with me, I just take it as like a agree to disagree situation. Because there's no point getting offended over something and ruining a friendship over politics. It's like kind of stupid to me. Like to each their own. Yeah, what do you think? Like what qualities would you look in a friend?
As long as I feel like they're on a similar wavelength, I think they qualify.
Yeah.
What does wavelength mean? Like values like me?
No,
or?
as long as I can talk to them.
Okay.
So your energy,
Yeah,
like the
it's just
energy levels.
I'm a very simple guy.
Okay.
It's just vibes.
So the next question is, how many close friends do you actually need? What's like the
I don't
The
think there's
perfect number
a
for you.
benchmark. I don't think it's a benchmark. It's just like
I would say no person needs more than like 5 close friends.
what?
Yeah, because
I think it's about how
the
much time you
definition
have
of
for them.
close friends is they're exclusive one.
I think it's about how much time you have for them. So if let's say in a week you don't have more than 5 hours to spend with them, then okay, maybe you only can limit to your 5 closest friends.
Yeah, exactly. So the term close friend means exclusive. So I don't think there's a lot of there's room for you to have like 10 close friends. So at that point they're not close friends. That means that they're all just friends who you share stuff with on the same level.
Okay, interesting.
So I would say 5 is the limit for me.
For me, I don't think there's a limit. I think it's just about who is your close friend. That's it.
What about you, Aditya?
Yeah.
Well, I think you don't need more than 5 to 10.
Yeah, see?
5 to 10. But it really depends how much
Yeah,
time you have to spend.
I personally think close also does not necessarily mean effort put into the relationship. For example, I have secondary school friends who I don't meet every day or talk to every day, but I'll still consider them a close friend. Because they're like a confidant or we have had a lot of memories together.
Yeah.
So if I was to ever want to do something, they'll be like one of the first people I'll reach out to. So for advice or even to just hang out. So yeah, I think a lot of like friendships, while interaction and energy and memories is an important thing. Also just being the vibes matching also important.
Correct.
Like there are friends who I don't really like talk to, like we don't interact as much, but I would still consider them a really good friend.
Yeah.
Just because we don't speak as much,
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that we're not good friends. I still feel like the time spent together is quite memorable. So the next question will be, which friends are still in your life and why? And like, have you ever had like some of your closest friends distance themselves or go apart?
I think it's common. I think we all will have friends that will just drift, and you just don't see them as someone that is needed in your life anymore. I think that's how I see it. I
Wow.
think it's normal.
But is it like a conscious decision? I feel mine were like
It
very
is, yeah.
unconscious, Like for
Very
example, people in
unconscious.
like lower sec, we just naturally just drifted apart.
But
in
this
upper
is
sec.
like we're talking about our closest friends. Like they just
Yeah, I had like a few close friends in lower sec, right? I would spend like almost the entire day with them. And then in lower sec upper sec after you change class, you just drifted apart.
Mm.
And it's not really even because we changed class. Like
So-
we could have still spent recess together and stuff, but
okay.
it's just I don't know. I guess they formed different friend groups and prioritize other people over me. We're still friends. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But like we don't really like hang out regularly or meet up at all even.
So do you guys have like a conscious decision that you guys just don't want to you don't want to be friends with this guy at all
I've never
because
had that
because of maybe like a sudden like change in their personality, or you just think that he has like some kind of I guess like hate towards yourself.
I feel like I'm very unconfrontational
Mm.
and not really problematic. So I've never had that experience before. I just feel like if anything, I'll catch it on early. So let's say I meet someone first,
Mhm.
and like before they even become a friend or close friend,
Mm.
I would like just mentally vet them and rule them out. So it would never get to the point where after I get to know them and talk to them and like have memories with them and stuff, then I realize, oh, actually it's not really for me. So I've never had that kind of friend before. What do you think? Okay. Aditya.
Well, I think it's unconscious.
Really?
Like over time, you guys will spend less time together and you just drift.
Yeah.
And it's
like neither of our fault.
and it's inevitable. It will happen, especially here. But in other countries, it's different because, for example, maybe if you live in a town, then you kind of know everyone in the town and they'll always be with you, right? Like for our parents, this is what happened. But here it's completely different because you could be going to school in the north and then transition to another school in the west, for example. So everyone is going to drift apart at some point. That's just natural.
But I kind of disagree with that because Singapore is quite small also.
Yeah, it is.
And for example, I have almost the exact same scenario as you said. I went to school in the west. I used to live in the west, and then I moved to the north. But I'm still in touch with my friends from the west, and I put in effort to go to the west to hang out with them. Like a lot of the secondary school hangouts are at Boon Lay, Lakeside area, and it's very far for me. But I value the friendship group so much that I make the time and effort to go there. And every time I just think to myself, why the hell am I doing this? 2 hours front and back. But then when I go there and have a good time, it's all worth it. Maybe not every meeting is the best. Some meetups are like dead or really like because we meet each other too frequent, then there's not much to share about. But then of course there'll be more meetups where it's more happening and I feel like it's more memorable, and those are the ones which make it worthwhile. Even the dead meetup.
But do you guys think that your close friends shape you, or you already chose your close friends in your head already? Because it can be both. It can be both ways.
What do you mean shape you? Like as in
They say the average of your 5 friends is you. Have you heard that before?
yeah, I've heard that.
Exactly. So that's why I say that your close friends will shape how you act, how you are as a person. And I do truly believe that you are the average of your 5 closest friends. So I think, I mean, this is outside of our content sheet, by the way.
Yeah.
So do you think your friends shape you before you even be friends with them, or like you already just decide on, this guy is like, I don't think I can be friends with him, or
I think
I can just be acquaintance with him.
that's quite interesting because
What do you think? It can be either ways, isn't it?
I feel I initially choose my own friends,
Yeah.
but once they're in my inner circle, I pick up a lot of their mannerisms and
Okay.
lingo and stuff.
So it's a bit of both for
It's a
your side.
it's a good mix because if you know me, like I use a lot of short forms, and that's because of my friend Corey. So
Okay.
before I met Corey, not really a short form guy, but then now full on DTM, CBA, everything. So
Okay.
interesting. Yeah, before and I would say like it's not really a negative change. Also, it's just an interesting lingo change.
Okay.
So yeah, I would say I pick the friends and then they shape me. Then what about you, Aditya?
I agree with Aakash. I think that's how it works. You pick the people and then eventually shape your mannerisms.
And what about you, Aditya?
Same, exactly the same.
Mm.
Because I think it's still good that you are conscious about who you choose as friend, who you want to talk to as potential friend, and I think that's very important.
So one last question for this section is, what do you think is the best way, place, or situation to find a friend? So for example, like
School
camp, school.
I think
Really?
school. Like okay, let's be real. All of our closest friends are from secondary school, correct?
So, but from secondary school is like, how do you meet them? Is it
From secondary
your
school.
class or
Yeah. Yes, correct.
what? So what about you, Aditya?
Yeah.
For me,
Best way to find a friend.
I think school.
I think all of us, right?
Yeah.
We all
Secondary
agree with
school,
school.
like
Yeah. I think school is the best way.
I would say I will also say school, but I think one really good way is CCA also. Like I made some of the
Okay.
some
so
really
still
good
within the
connections
school lah,
through CCA. Yeah.
Mhm.
But okay, I would say CCA friends, like not all of them would definitely be like my first go-to inner circle friend, but I still think they're really nice connections to have to talk about like CCA stuff or like to just talk about stuff in general and hang out, especially hang out. A lot of them quite chill. Then let's move on to the next section, which is the Reddit relationship stories. So I've been wanting this section for a while, but didn't have a appropriate topic to use it for.
Yes.
So now since we're talking about relationships, might as well do some Reddit stories.
Okay.
So we have stories such as romantic stories.
I'll
funny
put the
stories.
story, like I'll have like a photo of the story
Yeah.
here.
Can.
So you guys can read along.
Yes. So the first one, the title is "Am I the asshole for not waking my boyfriend multiple times every night?" So do you maybe want to read the summary of the story?
Aditya, maybe you can read it.
Okay, I'll read it out. A 26-year-old woman is exhausted from having to wake her 40-year-old boyfriend every single night because he falls asleep on the couch. She would go downstairs multiple times, shake him awake, and even brush her teeth between trips. When she finally stopped doing it one night, he got angry and berated her for leaving him alone in the dark. He drove her home and demanded an apology, which she gave, but he refused to apologize back.
Interesting. So first off, but the age difference is kind of sus, yeah. A bit sus for me.
This is real.
Yeah,
No way.
these are real Reddit stories. Okay, maybe sometimes they write it for like attention, but I think most of them are real. I tried to pick the more realistic sounding ones.
Okay.
So this sounds realistic, and I think it's clear that it's not her house. She's just sleeping over at his house because she drove her back, which is kind of crazy. Like you just for not waking you up, driving someone back to their house is a bit too much. I think.
So the question is she the asshole for not waking the boyfriend up in the middle of the night?
I think it's quite obvious.
Like,
she
cause
might be
it's-
the asshole.
I think this is a pretty simple, straightforward answer, right?
Yeah.
He is the asshole and the woman is
Okay, she
not
might.
at fault lah. It could have just like slipped off her mind or something like that.
But okay, let's say even if he's like a night shift guy and that's why he comes late and sleeps on the couch.
Yeah.
Isn't it just like a few steps away to the bedroom? I would assume it's an apartment because it's in the US. It's story from the US.
I think you're 40-year-old, you don't need someone to baby you every night, don't you think?
Yeah, bruh. And Loki, he didn't even refuse to apologize back or accept the apology, which is crazy. Just man-child.
I think it's very much right, yeah. So maybe let's go on to the next story.
I think, okay, the next story is called "Am I the asshole for telling my mother-in-law I want no part in her family drama?"
Wow. Okay. I didn't know, maybe you can read the story. Give us some context.
A 28-year-old woman is getting married in October this year to a fiancé, Mark. His wife is
Financing, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Financier.
Let's start it. Okay.
No, I'll keep it in.
Voila, you are keeping it.
No, keep it in. Let's go.
A 28-year-old woman is getting married in October to a fiancé. Oh my god, fiancé!
Are you alright?
Fiancé.
Sorry.
Everything good at home?
Adrian Cole.
How's your fiancé though?
Next time when Aditya invite me to his wedding, I'll be like, yo, what's up, Aditya's fiancé?
Is it your fiancé?
You do it.
Go on.
You do it.
Go on.
A 20-year-old woman is getting married in October to her fiancé, Mark.
Good job.
His mother, Susan, has 6 siblings with tons of drama. Siblings who haven't spoken in 15 years. Someone who cheated.
Yeah.
Someone who abandoned their dying mother. The mother-in-law kept rearranging the wedding seating to accommodate all this old drama, even saying family comes first, and that the bride's friends aren't as important. The bride finally snapped and told her to mature and let this go because it's your son's wedding, not yours.
Okay, I was with the mother-in-law.
What a punchline, man.
The mother-in-law saying family comes first is fine, but then saying the bride's friends are not as important as where you lost me. Because I would say organizing any wedding has its compromises, and I would assume the mother-in-law is having this much freedom because the son doesn't mind her planning the wedding.
Yeah.
Or doesn't mind the input rather.
Yeah.
So, but when she oversteps is when she compromises the bride's side, because I think it's equal important. So that's why I would say she's the asshole.
I think this story is I think it's a very Asian story.
Really. I mean, because a lot of Asian weddings have a lot of family members.
Yeah, exactly. But okay. I don't think she's the asshole though.
Who? The mother-in-law?
No, I'm saying
Yeah, she's not the asshole.
The bride. The bride is not the asshole for telling the mother-in-law straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's their wedding, what, you know. And okay, based on the story, I think, and as they said, abandon their dying mother. So she definitely did not sponsor anything for the wedding. I feel.
Yeah.
I think she's just a person that's very important.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, very important person in the wedding because it's the mother.
Mm.
And I don't think you have much to say for who they invite, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, even if the mother did sponsor the wedding,
Yeah.
it's still it's their wedding, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
It's not me being rude or what, but I think it's very selfish for her to just think of just their family.
yeah. But I feel like this is very common, especially on radio or social media.
Yeah, I think so.
A lot of people share their wedding horror stories.
Yeah.
And even gender reveal stories. Do you see that one TikTok, right? Where the mother ruined the gender reveal for the parents. They when they popped the balloon, it was silver confetti instead of the gender. And she jumped up and then she popped her own balloon, and that was the real gender.
Doing too much.
That was
Doing
wow.
too much.
That pissed me off.
Yeah,
And I'm 18 years old.
that one is doing too much.
Nowhere close to having kids, and even I was pissed off.
Doing too much.
Yeah. So I think Loki is too much, man. He's there's a term bridezilla before, but I think there should be a momzilla term for these kind of crazy parents who interfere with their kids' weddings.
Yeah.
So we have the third story, which is a cruel house prank. So, am I overreacting? Fiance told me he had a surprise for me and drove me to a house and said it was ours, but it was a prank. So maybe let Ivan read this, because you don't have to read the word fiance again.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I'm reading
think
this. I'm reading this.
okay.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. By the way, I don't know how Aakash knows all these Reddit short forms, like AIO.
AIO and AITA.
I didn't know.
Do you know that?
I didn't know.
I didn't know that because I'm not a Reddit lurker.
No,
Apparently,
I subscribe to these Reddit. I will openly admit it. I'm perfectly fine. I will just if I'm bored, I'll just read it for fun.
No, I remember last year he would be reading Reddit threads in class.
Yeah, because
Yes, no kidding, bro. No
Wow.
kidding.
some of them are actually juicy. Fake or not.
I mean, there's one hobby. So, a 24-year-old woman was taken by a 26-year-old fiancé to look at Christmas lights when he said he had a surprise for her. They drove to a beautiful house with a for sale sign in the yard. When she noticed it said under contract, she got excited and asked if this was their house, since she'd been desperate to leave her tiny one-bedroom apartment.
Oh,
He let her sit there in her excitement for a moment, then burst out laughing and said nope before driving away.
Oh my god.
She couldn't stop crying afterward because he could absolutely afford the house, which made it worse.
Wait,
this guy's like the ultimate
rage
troller,
bait.
bro.
It's gotta be rage bait.
It's actually rage bait, honestly.
2.5 months later, she called off the wedding after he
Okay,
began
that's
showing
a
other
bit
emotional
much now,
abusive
no?
behaviors. The comments were brutal. One person told her to tell him she was just joking and she accepted his proposal.
That is good, damn good for this witty stuff. But okay, but he said
okay,
he began showing
okay,
other
okay.
emotionally abusive behaviors. So we probably have to read more in detail. You want to know what
Wait,
those are?
emotionally abusive. That phrase, that just, I think it's just rage bait. No?
You mean she's rage baiting?
He is rage bait.
She is rage baiting.
Yes.
Okay, I feel like if you're already a fiance level and then you go to the house and do that, I think at that point it's like you're doing too much. If you're just a girlfriend and boyfriend and you did it as a prank, maybe you can say it's in bad taste.
Mm-hmm.
But fiance is like way too far. Like if my fiance did that to me, right, I'm pissed.
But I can tell from the story that they have very I guess
Different sense of humor.
no like it's just like in the relationship probably there'll be a lot of teasing and there's a lot of like pranks based on this. As you can see, like the update is
Yeah.
she had a last laugh or whatever you call it. But what's AIO?
Am I overreacting? I don't think she overreacted.
I think as a woman it's not an overreaction.
Whoa, what does that mean? Even the guy,
I think that girls are more emotionally, sensitive and more
That's
intelligent as well.
Okay lah, but yeah, I
So
probably
we
wouldn't.
are
I wouldn't
also-
cry about it. I'll
yeah.
be a bit pissed.
They are more prone to react to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Okay, so this is
I
last.
think it's valid that she reacted this way.
This last one is about family. So the title is "Am I the asshole for not attending the wedding of my cousin and ex-fiance?" Okay.
A lot of fiancé,
Yeah.
A woman received a wedding invitation for her cousin Taylor and was shocked to see that the groom was her own ex-fiancé.
Oh.
The man she was literally about to marry a year ago before she discovered he was cheating on her. Turns out he was cheating with the cousin.
What the hell?
This is sound like this is next level.
The family knew about the relationship but kept it secret.
Oh shit.
Now they're all pressuring her to attend the wedding to keep up appearances and not cause drama. Her parents are calling her hateful and saying she needs to show up to prove nothing happened when clearly something did. His mom even commented on wedding photos saying she's finally getting a daughter-in-law she can be proud of.
What the hell?
This is some.
This
This is,
if I tell you this is the most like white cracker shit ever.
This is crazy.
I can just tell this is a white family. It's gotta be crazy.
Cousin, firstly, is insane.
Yeah.
Cousin is insane. Then the family is hiding it from her that they are getting married is even more insane.
Why would they do that?
I think that's even more insane. I think it's also a bit of a right to know.
Yeah. Wow, but imagine you just randomly receive an invitation out of the blue, man. Your ex is marrying your cousin. I think I'll mail them back.
I
Hell
think
no.
it's completely fine to not attend the wedding.
Yeah.
It's completely fine.
Yeah, you are not the asshole for not attending the wedding.
Yeah.
Low key, just don't care what they say. Just don't go.
But I think this is a very like quite a realistic story, right?
Really. Yeah.
This and the Asian story, the second one.
You don't even know the Asian, you mean Asian. So let's move on to the next one, which is love in 2025. So basically we'll be discussing the dating, relationships and modern romance.
Whoa.
Yep.
Okay.
And we'll ask Aditya some of his opinions, but
I'm not giving any opinions.
mostly me and I won't be talking about.
Okay.
Don't even ask me.
The first question we should talk about for date is, do you think dating in school, JC or poly is worth it? Like, is it even possible for the relationship to last?
It's possible to last.
I mean, there are outliers. You can see like those Straits Times stories where people get married after dating from secondary school.
Yeah.
There's actually a couple from my secondary school who
Mhm.
came back to Commonwealth to take wedding photos
Oh, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
because they have been dating since Commonwealth secondary school. So, yeah, I would say they're definitely examples, but I in one am on the more negative camp of, if you want to date, you can go ahead, but if you are under the impression that you are going to date to marry, maybe lower your expectations.
Whoa.
Maybe
What?
like
You hearing this or?
obviously I would date like with the vision of a long-term relationship.
Whoa.
But I'm always gonna keep my expectations low.
So okay, so this is the question here. You think that secondary school, JC relationships are not going to last after they leave the school? Is that what I'm saying?
More often than not, they don't. So I would say in general, it's not as worth it as people think it is. Like a lot of people go into the dating scene thinking, oh, I'm gonna find the one for me
Okay,
in school, which I think is really, really stupid.
But to be honest, I think I've grown to realize that relationships are not about, if I put in a cent, I'm getting $10 back. If I put in a cent, I'm gonna get an equal amount of value back. No, I think that relationships, how I used to see it is, oh, I have to really like maximize my time, my money, my effort into the relationship in her, right? And then I'll see like, oh shit, if I don't get anything back, what am I gonna do? I just wasted my time and money especially. But I think the more relationships that I've seen from my friends is also they are just cherishing the moment. They are just staying in the moment. They don't.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, but as you said though, you said that is it worth it? That is a big question, don't you think? It's a very big question because you are expecting something in return. It's almost like you go to a school, you expect a degree from going to school.
Yeah.
You work a 9 to 5 job, you expect to get paid.
Yeah.
But I don't think relationships should be viewed
like that. Okay.
That's why.
No, but at the same time, like a lot of people date thinking they can find D1 in school, and I think
it works though.
You think it works
for them? Yeah. If that's your question,
I think it's possible. It's definitely possible, and it's worth a try. But I would be more pessimistic than optimistic, is what I'm saying.
So the door wouldn't be
fully
as open.
Yeah.
So it'll be just left ajar.
Obviously, yes. So
interesting.
If you ask me now, am I 100% want a relationship? Would I go for one right now? My answer is no.
In poly?
Yes, in poly.
Don't lie.
100% don't lie. University is a completely different thing. Because in uni, you're already an adult. You're like 20 plus. So,
don't lie. Are you serious?
Yeah.
So, okay, if someone that likes you come up to poly right now, like tomorrow, you would say no?
I wouldn't say no.
Okay,
but I would definitely have a really big think about it.
This guy is lying. This
guy is straight out lying.
This guy is straight out lying.
Like even if I did like someone, I would still consider whether it's worth even pursuing that, because there's a very big chance it is not going to last. So I like them now, but do I like them?
So
because
that is so selfish, by the way. You don't even want to give it a chance, and you already shut that door. You just shut that door. You just shut that door.
A lot of people like people because of looks or like superficial things. I personally don't. I like for personality. I'm not trying to be like feminist or performative. I'm like genuinely saying.
I think I'll only sorry for interrupting you. I think I'll only shut the door when I realize that my personality with her is not matched, or I just don't see you as very attractive. I think Aditya is asking me her or him. As a straight male, I'll answer her and not him. And so I think that I only shut the door when I realize that I don't think we are going to click as well. So you get it, right? I think nothing goes from just strangers to lovers straight away.
100%.
I think it's always strangers, friends, then lovers. So in that friends phase, that if you guys can't click, then you guys can't be real. You guys can't be real. But if you don't even want to give the friends thing a chance, then that's a bit wild.
I don't mind making friends with girls. I'm perfectly fine with that.
I know.
But like pursuing a relationship is a completely different thing, because I would say like a lot of people are not mature enough for a relationship.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm mature enough for a relationship.
If tomorrow your friend, a girl, that is very close to you, has been very close to you since year 1, or even maybe from secondary school or somewhere like
Just to clarify, no one like that.
that.
Right
Okay,
now.
fine. It's just a
Hypothetical.
yeah, it's hypothetical. So that girl just that you really matched her energy. You actually like her personality. You guys have the same energy level, and she comes up to you and say that I actually really like you. Maybe we can
Try dating.
be something more than friends. Would you shut the door?
It wouldn't be an immediate yes. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying no, I'm not open to dating, but it would not be an immediate yes.
Very interesting.
Yeah. And maybe my views will develop later on. But right now, I feel that aiming for to find D1 who I'm going to marry, have kids with, have a family with.
You just don't
very
think that
unrealistic.
you
It's
don't-
very unrealistic.
You just don't think you can find it in
Poly. Yeah.
Poly.
I think it's just unrealistic. So in uni, it's a completely different thing because you're already 20 plus. You have from a guy you've been through NS, and I think that process will have matured you, and you're ready to go into the workforce because you're getting your degree. Then I think then you can probably find someone because you're all adults and you know what you're doing. But in terms of especially for secondary school, I think it's really really hard. And I don't want to say it's not worth it, but I think there are more cons than pros. When you
But
date in
I would say
secondary
though, if you only start to find in university, don't you think that
might be too late.
they have already gone through many relationships?
I don't think that's a problem.
Okay.
I personally don't think that's a problem because I don't have to be their first relationship. Maybe they'll learn stuff in their previous relationship which will help our relationship.
Do you think your partner keeping the virginity is important?
Whoa, that's a crazy question.
Since you said that you don't really mind, right? And they have previous relationships, then I think it's pretty
The thing is, I don't have
sensible to ask that, don't you think?
yeah, but I don't have the answer to that right now because I've never been in a relationship. So if they did bring it up to me, I don't know what my reaction would be.
But I think you have to think about it, don't you think? If you're already thinking of, oh, is she the one that I'm going to marry next time? Then you have to start to evaluate.
Okay, what's your
what
answer then? What's that? Would it matter for you?
Yes, it will matter. Yes, it will matter. Yeah.
Interesting.
Especially if someone that I'm going to marry, then I think it's pretty important.
And yeah, our producer is just goofing off right now, showing me some kind of meme. Can we maybe just move on to the next question?
Maybe we can have a few questions, then we can close it off.
Okay, next question is, what do you think are your thoughts on the Singapore dating scene in general? Is it toxic or redeemable? A lot of
Toxic
people
meaning
say,
what?
a lot of people I think on TikTok a lot of SG girls say that SG men are hopeless. Do you agree? Or do you think it's reverse?
That is a very
Blanket statement, right? But I don't know. It seems to be of the opinion that the Singapore dating scene is cooked.
I don't know. I think
I personally think it's okay. I've seen a lot of very healthy relationships, but I also see my fair share of toxic relationships. I think it's a mixed bag. I think it's a mixed bag.
I disagree. Of course, they are good and bad.
I wouldn't say it's toxic. I feel that saying Singapore dating scene is toxic is quite a blanket statement, which is a bit too extreme for me.
I think people are they see relationships as very casual, not as maybe our parents times where they actually see relationships as very sacred, very to them. It's a very deep and personal thing.
Really?
Yeah. But now you see everyone is just treating relationships as a fun thing. And by a fun thing, maybe you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But
maybe I want to be contradictory to that. I remember I heard some human psychologist on a podcast. He was saying that actually Gen Z love is not as superficial as you think. And there are a lot of people who value human connections because of technology, because of dating apps, because they're so sick and tired of the bullshit that everyone around them is experiencing, such as hookups, they're talking serious, whatever. And they actually value proper relationships even more. So compare that to previous generations where a healthy relationship was normal, like standard. But now it's not standard. We saw a lot of people seek true love and are more romantic than previous generations. So I think I agree with that. Actually, it's like a very sensible take.
So you're saying that,
I would say that our generation actually is more romantic.
and that increases your chance of finding true love.
Yeah, I would say so.
So do you think true love is based on fate or just based on opportunities?
Wow, what a question.
Yeah.
I think it's a fate thing.
It's a fate thing.
Personally, I think it's like if you're meant to be in with your partner, then you literally just drop into your life.
True.
And as corny as it sounds, I think that the one will come to you rather than you trying to find for it.
True.
What about you?
I do think it's fate as well. I do think it's fate as well.
So
But I don't know that, like, honestly now I think Gen Zs are basing it more on opportunities.
really,
They are more out
I was
there.
just gonna ask that.
They are more out there to
Like, let's say
find.
there's
You know
like
what I mean?
there's a really like pretty girl out there who you have met before, or you don't really know her like that. Would you pursue her? Like, do you think it's like worth your time to pursue someone like that, or do you think just because you think it's fake, you think that if it's fake, then we are meant to be closer, like somehow she'll end up being friends with me, or would you like try to be friends with her because you think she's someone she's my type and I want to have a relationship with her?
I think I'll be friends with her. I think. I'll.
Then that's
It's not,
contradicts what
that
you said,
is
no?
not pursuing though.
Mm.
Because what you say is pursuing. I don't go to a stranger, with an end goal of,
Of course,
I
of course.
want to pursue her. I want to be, her lifelong partner.
Yeah. No, that's why I said it's someone you know, but you're not very close with.
Yeah, exactly why I'm not very close with. So I want to be closer.
And then
to
you
her,
will decide.
Then you
Okay.
then you can get to see what.
Fair enough.
Right?
Yeah.
Because you don't know what is her true self. It is, everyone's personality to each his own. You know what I mean?
So two more questions. The first one is, do you think stuff like talking stages, situationships, all that, do you think is like acceptable to you? Do you think
Is it acceptable to
do you think it's like woke nonsense?
acceptable? Like
or
what? What do you mean by acceptable?
acceptable means there are two parts, I guess. One is would you do it, and one more is do you think other people doing it is fine? I think my answer is no to both. I think it's total bullshit. Utter woke nonsense. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, if you like someone and your friend, if you want to be friends with them or you're already friends with them and you want to date, just say it out. Spit out the words, bro. Like, don't do this talking stage where I text you for months and months and we're flirting and eventually no one is going to say the words, do you want to date me? That would piss me off a lot. And situationships, especially, I think are really messy. Like, what do you mean you're like just hooking up with me for the moment?
As they say, social media ruined romance.
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
Maybe.
You know what I mean? So, is it acceptable? Wow, this is a very hard question.
Why? I would say no. It's not.
You have a very strong stance. That's the thing. But I don't have a very strong stance like you. You know what I mean? So I think I will still say that it's acceptable, but I don't want to be in one anymore.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't want to be in one anymore. So it's either you don't waste my time and we really progress, and I completely value honesty, and that I value honesty over me finding it out myself. So hurt me with the truth rather than just leaving
my
me
time. Okay. On the edge. Okay.
on the edge.
So the last question is red flags versus green flags. So will be maybe you list your 3 red flags and 3 green flags. Top 3.
Red flags.
Yeah.
Lying lah.
Okay.
Okay, yours.
One of my red flags is being rude to service people.
What a basic answer.
What?
Bro. It's
No,
always
no,
like
come
that.
on.
It's always like that.
But it's true.
Okay.
It's like really a pet peeve.
Whatever.
Another
on top of my head, I can't think. Green flag.
A green flag for me would be smart. Someone who's smart. I really appreciate.
I think
Smart
green
person.
flag really close to the family. Like they are a very family person.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's a very like
Wow, I was gonna say that.
good green flag.
Okay. One more red flag for me would be, hygiene. I think hygiene is important.
Hygiene.
Yeah,
Okay.
like cutting your nails and shit,
Okay.
and maintaining your hair, etc.
Type.
Yeah. What about you?
Let me think of another red flag. I can't think of one now. Dressing, I guess.
Okay.
Dressing. But
I think that's really not that important. is it?
I think dressing in a relationship when you guys are really like close together and if your opposite if your partner is still is dressing more revealing, I think it's a bit
like
a bit
that.
more.
Oh, I thought you meant like if they wear like
No,
the
not,
terrible
not,
fits.
not
Terrible
fashion
fits,
sense,
like, okay,
not
okay.
in fashion sense, but more on modesty.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, more on modesty.
Is we in Saudi Arabia?
Yeah. No.
I'm joking.
But I think that this only plays when you guys are together.
Like,
When you guys are not
okay.
together, I don't think that
you don't care.
I don't care. And
Okay.
no one should be that controlling for a friend. So
I think one more red flag is like smoking, drinking,
of course
vaping. Yeah, I think in general, I don't really like that.
and I think another red
I
flag
personally
is,
would never smoke or drink.
and I think another red flag is very controlling of what you do. Very controlling of what you do, like who you talk to, and also fine dressing as well, right? Like super like control of like what your partner wears and all that, and I think that's a bit of a stretch.
Okay. One more green flag for me would be, I think the last green flag. Someone who is fit.
Someone that's fit.
Like take care of their body.
Okay.
Healthy. You don't have to be like an athlete, but at least be healthy.
Not okay. Fair.
Like I'm myself. I'm no athlete by any sense of the measure, but I am working on my fitness.
Okay.
So I would expect someone to be on the same wavelength as me. At least if you're not fit, work towards it. You know what I mean? Like don't accept it.
I think I have one last one. Maybe is very close to your first one, which you said smart. But you don't have to be smart to me. I think it's more of do you have a goal in your mind?
Ambition.
Okay. Or maybe you just know what you want to do for your career or what. I get it at this age. It's normal for us to not really think so deep into it. But I think that's a good time. Yeah.
Okay, with that, we'll come to the end of this episode. Let us know you want like another episode with like these Reddit stories, or you want us to talk more about human relationships. I think it's quite interesting. There's still a lot we could talk about. But we want to keep this episode a bit shorter so that we can engage you guys more. Share it with your friends as well, family. Get everyone to subscribe, even in your grandma, your dog, everyone. And of course, we'll be open to discussing a wide range of topics. So let us know as well what you guys want to hear. And we may not be experts in it, but we definitely will take the time to put some research in and talk about it. So anything else for you?
No, and I think that today's episode is quite good. I don't think we cover a lot of more on the soul searching topics. So I think it's quite good that it's a refresher.
Yes.
And tell us in the comments if you guys like it. If you guys don't like it, please comment as well. I love hate comments.
Engagement.
That is it's a way for us to improve.
Okay.
And I absolutely love it.
Okay. If nothing else?
If there's nothing else, click here for more and click here to subscribe. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.